Hello, here we are, welcome in. Right, yes, Jordan. Right, let's just, I've got to just move this chart, if I can, to the, I can't do it. Right, got to try and rig this up, you see. I'll try and rig it up like that. There we go. Right, I think we're alright. We're on. First race of the season, here we go. Bahrain, absolutely buzzing. 8 minutes to go. Who are we saying? Ferrari 1 and 3, mate. Ferrari 1 and 3. Verstappen in the middle. P2. Perez 4th. Hamilton going from P5. Saw this morning that Hamilton qualifying P5 is his worst qualifying position for the opening race of the season since 2009. So, mate, he's always qualified in the top 3 or 4 for the opening race of the season. Probably more often than not, he's probably put it on pole. Yes, Tax, how are we going, mate? I should be with this setup. The timing now should update as it goes, because yesterday was a nightmare because the timings won't update. But with any luck, with how I've rigged it up now, it should work where it updates live. Rob Murray, here he is, yeah, Rob Murray on the driller. Here we go. Just a few minutes out from the first race of the season. Oh my God. Is Lewis going to fare any better than 5th? Bottas in 6th. Magnussen starting from 7th in a Haas. I mean, Haas haven't been in the top 10 for a good few years. So I'd say 3 years since Haas were in the top 10. Magnussen's got a great chance to score some points. I think it's Alonso P9. I think I've got it here, haven't I? Sorry, Alonso 8th, Russell 9th, and Gasly P10. Who's your money on them? Lewis can't win now. Lewis won't win. My money's probably Max. I can see Max leading into turn 1 and then controlling it from there with the Ferrari 2-3. But one of the Ferraris could easily win this. It's, and then are they going to leave Perez behind? They're definitely going to leave the Mercs behind. I mean, Hamilton, probably the best he can hope for is 5th, to be honest, because the gap between Ferrari and Red Bull seems to be in a league on their own, and then Hamilton might be a half a second a lap slower or more. So the best Lewis can hope for is probably keeping that 5th. You've got Bottas in Alfa Romeo in 6th, fantastic. Maxim, but I'd probably say you're looking at a Verstappen. Verstappen might bang it down the inside in turn 1, but I don't know what the race pace of the two cars. Comparatively, I don't know how fast the Ferrari and Red Bull are in comparison on a long run, over a 20 lap stint, over a 30 lap stint. Maybe the Ferrari's rapid. Could be looking at a Ferrari 1-2, but I'm gonna say Verstappen. Here we go anyway. Theme tunes on, boys. Just got a vibe with this. First one of the season. Fucking thing. Let's go. Bahrain Grand Prix, round 1. New regulations, new cars. We're on it. Mate, this is it. You got to worry for Hamilton. They can't sort that car out. What Haas has done, car unbelievable. Oh, it's unbelievable compared to last year. Definitely the biggest improvements. Haas and Alfa Romeo have pulled a rabbit out of the hat. But you got to think, yeah, if Mercedes are well off the pace all year, mate, is Lewis going to carry on, or is he going to think, oh, I'm done here? Oh, it's just 3 or 4 minutes. Verstappen versus Leclerc. That's what we could have this year, mate. I'm well up for that. But Sainz, don't write off Carlos Sainz. Could he pull off something? Oh man, fully up for this. Good afternoon, Chris. How are we doing? Welcome in to the Bahrain Grand Prix. Here's the starting grid then. Latifi at the back, 20th. Stroll 19th, Ricciardo 18th, Hülkenberg 17th, Tsunoda 16th, Zhou Guanyu 15th, Alexander Albon on his return 14th, Lando Norris, the best of the McLarens, in 13th, Mick Schumacher in the Haas in 12th, Esteban Ocon 11th, top 10 then, Pierre Gasly P10, George Russell 9th in his debut for Mercedes, Alonso very well there in P8, Kevin Magnussen for Haas at P7, Valtteri Bottas P6, that's the big upset, Hamilton 5th, Perez 4th, Carlos Sainz 3rd, Max Verstappen on the front row P2, and Charles Leclerc from pole. Let's have it. Yes, Chris. This could be box office turn 1, this. I can see Max just going for a dive. Because Max has got to be the most aggressive driver on the grid. I can see him going for a lunge, mate. If he gets a good start, he might lunge it. So you'll have the 2 Ferraris on the left side of the track, the 2 Red Bulls on the, you'll have the 2 Ferraris on the left side of the track, the 2 Red Bulls on the right. Hamilton behind him in 5th. The teammates could slipstream each other down. Hey, this could be anyone's game out of the top 4. Anyone's game. Got to go on days in work tomorrow. Got in a way. Is due on nights. Got 1 or 2 drinks before. Yeah. Well, they don't swap your shifts around. Nice onboard cameras we got this year as well. Well, not on board, like inside the helmet cameras we've got this year, which is the first time I've seen that, really. So as we look at it, it's Verstappen on the left, Charles Leclerc on the right. Here we go for the formation lap then. Oh mate, here we go. Oh, here we go. I think most people are on softs, aren't they? Everyone's chosen soft. Apart from McLaren's. Right, so everyone's on soft apart from the McLaren's, okay. But we're looking at a 2-stop race, they're saying. You always want at least 2 pit stops in a race. What 1-stop races, mate, are dead. You always want 2. I think the perfect is a 3-stop race. 3-stop races are fucking bang on. But a 2-stop, I'm happy with that. Oh, mate, it's a formation lap before the first race of the season. Oh my god. If you put heart rate monitor on me now, mate, your finger fucking explode. This is what it's all about for me, this. Leclerc, Verstappen, Sainz, Perez, Hamilton, Bottas, Magnussen, Alonso, Russell and ninth. You've got to think Russell's got to improve from his ninth. It's not the strongest qualifying debut for Mercedes that he would have been dreaming of. P9. Tax, come on, Ricciardo. If he gets 12th or above, if he gets in the top, if Ricciardo gets in the top 10, he's had a mega day. If he can get points from there, but McLaren have started the season really on the back foot. They've had a shocker so far, McLaren. Yes, Ernesto, big on the driller. Let's go. I hope this live timing thing updates itself. That's all I want. We'll see. We're lining up, mate. We're lining up. We're lining up. Ferrari and Red Bulls are on the grid spots. Holy fucking hell, here we go. Here we fucking go, bro. Watch Lewis pull some out of the bag. I'd love Lewis to be aggressive in turn 1 and just fucking bang it down the inside and say, yeah, move out of my way. Move out of my way or we crash. I'd be that kind of driver. Oh, here we go then. Ricciardo lines up. The back guys line up. Latifi takes his place. Here we go then. For round 1 of the 2022 World Championship. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the Bahrain Grand Prix is underway. It's looking like good for Charles Leclerc. And Perez and Sainz are side by side, but Ferrari still kept the lead. Charles Leclerc still in the lead. Oh, he's close. Ferrari's trying to drive round the outside, but it's still Leclerc, and Hamilton's got ahead of Perez. Hamilton up to 4th then. Perez and Magnussen now challenges Perez, so it's still Leclerc. And Hamilton and Magnussen are side by side into turn 4. But it is still Leclerc, Verstappen, Sainz, Hamilton up to 4th then, Magnussen up to 5th, Perez down to 6th, and George Russell's up to 7th, with Gasly in 8th, Alonso 9th, and Ocon 10th. And look at them, 3 wide into turn 7. Sort that one out, lads, and be doing alright, my lad. That's Alexander Albon holding up about 8 cars. They're still side by side in turn 10. So it is Leclerc, Verstappen, Sainz, Hamilton, Magnussen, Perez, Russell, Gasly, Alonso, Ocon. Then already a 2-second gap before we have Albon and the rest of them. Yo, Matty. Yes, D. So the top 3 have kept the position. Hamilton's moved up 1. Magnussen's moved up to... Magnussen's in the top 5 now. Incredible. And Magnussen didn't even realise he had a drive until about 3 or 4 days ago. He's in P5 ahead of Perez in the Red Bull and Russell in the Mercedes. We see Lance Stroll. Sorry, that's Nico Hulkenberg. Zhou's in 18th, and Daniel Ricciardo's plumb last at the moment. McLaren is 16th and 20th. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. I'm quite surprised to see Lewis. Lewis is holding on to Sainz in the Ferrari, and he's also bringing along Magnussen with him, and Perez. If he can keep up with Sainz, that's a really good sign. But the gap between the top three is pretty much even. You're looking at probably a second between Leclerc and Verstappen, and a second between Verstappen and Sainz. But Lewis is still on his tail. Yes, we're just about to enter into lap 3, so DRS is going to be switched on. And if Lewis is under a second, mate, Mercedes are holding on. Lewis is holding on better than I thought he would, to be fair. I thought the top 3 would disappear off. It's not happened yet. But Magnussen's holding on. Whoa! Magnussen locks up. Perez will be all over this now. Perez is all over him now. Mistake by Kevin Magnussen into turn 1 has invited Perez now. The side-by-side going into turn 4. Magnussen keeps it for now, but he's got the back end out again. And that's Perez through now. Perez through into P5. Oh, they're still side-by-side in turn 6. Wow. I tell you what. Next up to pass Magnussen is George Russell. George Russell's going to line him up now. Couple of mistakes there from Kevin. Oh, there's someone in it. So the Alpha's had a terrible start there. I think it's Bottas in the Alpha lost about 3 or 5 positions there. Bottas. Just looking at a replay of the start. Flat spot? Nah. I don't think it was that bad, were it, for it to create a flat spot? I don't think it was that bad. Yes, Max. How are we doing? Just looking at replays of the start. Oh, yeah. Leclerc had Verstappen covered there. Looking on board with Lewis now at the start. Oh, it's nice. Sainz moves out of his way as well to defend Perez. That's decent. And then pulls off the move to get past Perez into turn 2. Decent. Was this Ocon? Whoa. Ocon and spun round Mick Schumacher. Full pirouette. Full 360. Whoa. Fucking hell. Fucking full pirouette there. Look at Lewis holding on to the back of Sainz here in the Ferrari. This is I didn't expect this. This is decent, this. At the early stages are showing, Lewis got more pace than I expected him. Engine braking doing funny things in the corner, says Verstappen on the radio. It is unusual because Red Bull haven't had any reliability issues in testing, nor a Ferrari. So for him to get some sort of issue now would be a nightmare. So Leclerc's 1.4 ahead of Verstappen. Sainz another second and a half behind that, but Hamilton only 8 tenths behind Sainz, so Hamilton's in the DRS zone. Perez a couple of seconds behind that, and George Russell now is lining up Kevin. Russell is lining up Magnussen now. Here they come down the pit straight then. Here comes George Russell. Oh, he's half gone for it. And Magnussen's gone wide. He's sort of let him through. And Russell's through now into 6th. Kevin's making a few little errors there. You try to come back at him but won't, so Mercedes 4th and 6th now. Making progress. Whether Russell will get any further, I don't know. But Lewis on Sainz's tail. I wouldn't have backed that. I wouldn't have put that on a William Hill. Hey? What's the chat saying? Can't see, so listen to what you said about the lockup. Alright, yeah. No, he locked up, but no, it wasn't drastic. It wasn't drastic. But that's the third or fourth mistake Magnussen's made now. He did start very well up to 5th. He's now, I think, back down to 7th where he started now. Put a picture of the racetrack on your green screen, the colour thing. Yeah. All in time, Steve. You gotta remember, my first fucking day on the driller, innit? Picture of the racetrack. Yeah. Things are developed, you know what I mean? Things will improve as we go. Oh, it is updated. At least the timing thing is live, at least. And what positions they're in. At least that. It's because I've had to move the live chat to the other side of the screen, so it's a bit of a nightmare. So you got Schumacher versus Bottas then for P13. So Bottas has had a terrible start. I mean, where did Bottas start? 6th, down to 13th. He's had a disaster. Lost 6 places at the start. Both Alpines in the top 10. Gasly doing well in P8. But yeah, the closest battle on track now is Mick Schumacher with probably tyres that aren't in the best condition after being spun round by Ocon. I tell you what, McLaren have had McLaren at 18th and 20th. What? Here comes looking at Bottas against Mick Schumacher in 14th and Zhou Guan Yu behind him in 15th. But look at this, Hamilton's still on the back of Carlos Sainz. Fair play, man. The top two has sort of got away a bit. The top two, you got 3 seconds between Verstappen and Sainz. 2 Alpines are very close together in 9th and 10th. Yuki Tsunoda 11th. I think that's Zhou Guan Yu getting past Mick Schumacher there. So he's up into P14, Schumacher down in 15th now. Then the 2 Aston Martins behind that in 16th and 17th. Then the 2 McLarens behind that. 18th and 19th, Nicholas Latifi last at the moment. Go on, Lewis. Go on, Lewis. Just keeping up with the Ferrari, so get in. You'll get it sorted. Yeah, that's it. It'll improve. Every week I do this, every single race, it'll get a little bit better as a sort of learn to put that there, put something in the background, do this, do that, do the other. Eventually I'll have it rigged up with fucking, driver trackers and fucking, mate, I'll have a word with Denver. I'll say, Denver, you know what I mean? Code me something, get some driver tracker on and shit and fucking team radio messages and shit. Yeah, I'll have it rigged up eventually, but you got to start from somewhere, aren't you? Got a camera, got a microphone, get on with it, innit? You know what I mean? Oh, got to start from the bottom. Looks like Bottas coming up on Alexander Albon here into turn 1. This is for 12th. Side by side into turn 1 for P12. Albon and Bottas. He's still behind him then, so Bottas attacking him into turn 4. Albon holds on for now. Schumacher's dropping like a stone. Hulkenberg and Stroll all over the back of Mick Schumacher for P15. But this is where the action is at the minute. From P12 to 17 is where the action is. And Bottas sends it down the inside at turn 7. And this side by side going up into turn 9 and 10. Albon still holds him off. Both Alfa Romeos queuing up now to pass him. Switch back on the exit for Bottas. Heading down to turn 11. I think he's got him. Bottas has now got ahead of Albon as we go into turn 11. Up into 12. But I want to see what the gaps are at the front. Oh, have I got it here? I've got it on my own screen. 1.8 between... There's only 7 tenths between Sainz and Hamilton. Go on. As now we see Zhou Guanyu attacking Albon for 13th. Perez got DRS on Hamilton. Yeah, he led. So it looks like 3rd, 4th and 5th are pretty close together then. How far's George Russell a couple of seconds back off that? But 3rd, 4th and 5th look like they're pretty close together. We're still watching the 2 Alfa Romeos against Albon for 13th place. Really, we should be looking at Sainz, Hamilton and Perez for 3rd. But that's just my opinion. Bottas dropped 7th place. Yeah, horrendous. Whatever he's going on, McLaren ain't working. Bloody hell, come on, Ricciardo, you got this, says Tax. It ain't working for McLaren. Relapse F1, what's that? I'll have a look at that in a bit, Denver, if you're watching. I'll have a look at that driller. I don't know if that's a competitor or fucking system or fucking something, but I'll have a look in a bit. But yeah, McLaren have absolute shocker, mate. The 18th and 20th. Hulkenberg making a mistake, which is... It's let his teammate pass Lance Stroll's past Hulkenberg now, but Hulkenberg's been drafted in last minute. You can't expect him to tear up trees, you know what I mean? He didn't even know he were going to have a drive 2 days ago. He's just a sub in. Oh! Perez and Hamilton very close. Perez on full attack mode here. Now there's a go as they head down into turn 4 side by side. Perez up into 4th place, then Hamilton down to 5th. Go on, Lewis. Fight him back, lad. Nah, he ain't gonna. It's done. It's done. Perez up to 4th. They got the drivers mixed up there. So it is Ferrari, Red Bull. Mercedes 5th and 6th at the moment. Magnussen's still holding on in 7th. But Gasly's closing in on him. This is Perez replay lining up Lewis. Down to turn 4. Yeah. I think they're all on the same tyre apart from the McLarens. Maybe that sort of explains why McLaren have gone backwards at the beginning, because they're on the harder, more durable medium tyre, whereas everyone else is on the soft. So you'd hope them to come back a little bit towards the end of the race, but it's been a shocking start for McLaren. Gap between first and Leclerc in the lead and Verstappen in second is now 3 seconds. Leclerc has got this covered at the moment, but we're only a fifth of the way into the race, so you can't count any chickens yet. But Ferrari looking strong. Mate, McLaren had a nightmare. The midfield battle's good, but the guys up front, the gap between Verstappen and Sainz is 5 seconds. Looking at Lando Norris at the minute in 18th, coming up on the back of substitute driver Nico Hulkenberg in the Aston Martin. Aston Martin have also had a shocking start to the season. When I saw the launch of that Aston Martin in, when will it be, middle of February, I thought that the car looked mint. They had the high nose to get the air underneath for the ground effect this year. I thought that car looks mint. Side pods all sculpted. But mate, it's a back marker. And Hamilton's the first in. So Hamilton in the pits on lap 12. That's early. Go on then. Nice stop from Lewis. Well, from Lewis's mechanics. Where's he going to come out? Alonso in the pits as well. So Hamilton, Alonso first in. He's going to come out fucking 13th. Ahead. He's come out in 11th, but he's gone very deep there. Whoa, he's struggling all over the place. Guan Yu Zhou's past him. Zhou Guan Yu in his Formula 1 debut has just passed Hamilton, but Hamilton on cold. Are they hard tyres? He's on cold, hard tyres. He was at zero grip. Like he's driven out onto an ice rink. Couldn't keep the car in a straight line, man. So Hamilton comes out of the pits in P12, but he's got to be quick on these tyres. He's got to get these tyres up to temperature quickly, get on it, get some quick laps in, so that when everyone else pits, they come out behind him. But it's not a good start. That coming out of the pits, he's nearly spun it. He's nearly spun it, man. Yo. Yeah, he's trying to get the power down, and the rear end's just, mate. The rear end's like, nah, you mad. Back end's like, are you joking, bro? He's got to pass Zhou Guan Yu immediately, man. You've got to be getting past him now. You can't be being held up. Yeah, no grip. Lewis says there's no grip. Yeah, we could see that. You got to warm him up, man. But he's got to be past that Alfa Romeo now. You've got to pass him now, man. Oh, steady. Right, steady now. Looks like he is past him. Yes, Hamilton repasses. Well, there was a second there where I thought, shit. But he has repassed Zhou into turn one. Oh, Zhou's looking for it back. Ooh. Lewis holds on to it, so now he should get well clear of the Alpha now. But when are the others stopping? The others haven't. No one's reacted to that straight away. You know, Lewis has stopped at the end of lap 12, was it? No one's reacted to that immediately. Well, Hamilton and Alonso stopped at the same lap, but no one else has reacted, which is unusual. You'd expect everyone else would dive into the pits. But not as yet. But Leclerc just controlling it out front. He's just got this under control, mate. Fastest man on the track, leading the race. Perez going plan B, lad. What does plan B's probably another set of softs, maybe? Another set of softs? Oh, that'll what it. Yeah. They'll just keep him out. They'll keep him out. Leclerc 3.6 ahead of Verstappen. Hey, look, Ferrari looking really strong race pace. They've dropped Leclerc and Verstappen have completely dropped Sainz. Sainz is another 6 or 7 seconds behind in third. Albon stops. Albon makes his first stop. He'll come out pretty much last. Well, side by side with Mick Schumacher. Careful, lads. Yeah, so Albon will be dead last now after that stop. Yeah, Leclerc, Verstappen dropped Sainz. Perez another 3 seconds behind that. Oh, and here comes Verstappen into the pits, is it? Yep. Verstappen pits from P2 then. Pressure's on the mechanics. There's a yellow flag in Sector 1. There's a Ferrari coming in as well. Sainz is in as well. We've got a yellow flag. I think someone must have spun. But Verstappen's out of the pits now. This is putting Russell up into the top three. Now everyone's piling in. Now everyone's piling into the pits. It's a couple of laps later than what I thought, but now everyone's in. Lap 15. So Verstappen, Sainz, Gasly, Ocon, half the field's just pitted. So we're just waiting for Leclerc, Perez and Russell to pit now. But Leclerc's got to react to this immediately. Leclerc's got to be in now. And Perez. Got to react to it. We're just seeing Magnussen on fresh tyres, passing Lance Stroll, who I think is yet to stop. Leclerc's in then from the lead. Nice stop from Charles Leclerc. Perez is in as well. Is Russell going to come in? You'd think so. Yeah, Russell's in. So Leclerc, Perez, Russell in. So where's Charles Leclerc going to come out now? This is crucial. Oh, it's close. It's really close. Verstappen's right up behind him for the lead. This is really close. Verstappen's got to strike now. He's got to strike now. Go on. Get in the DR. He's in the DRS. They're heading down to turn 4. Go on. Oh, it's really close, man. Verstappen almost jumped him in the stops. Verstappen almost played a perfect. Oh, mate, it's really close. Almost side by side into turn 1. Yo, the undercut. The undercut has worked a dream there. Almost got him the lead. Because the gap was 3.5 seconds. It's now a quarter of a second. The undercut, which is where you pit. You pit earlier, put in a quick lap, so then when they pit, you've made up that time. Almost got in the lead there. This could be a fight now. This battle on now. Leclerc versus Verstappen, man. They've dropped Sainz. This is a 2-horse race, this. Go on, Max. Is he in DRS? He's got to be. Go on, Max. Oh, he's catching him. Oh, Verstappen's down the inside into turn 1. Verstappen takes the lead at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Oh, this is game on, lads. Game on. Come on now. Leclerc's going to fire him back into turn 4. He's going round the outside. This is for the lead. Oh, he's got him back. He's got him back. He's got him back. Get in. Leclerc fires him back. He's back in the lead. What a battle we have gone here in the first race. Oh, what a race, man. This is for the lead, man. Yo, this race could be a fucking beast. Mate, the DRSs were powerful there, man. Verstappen's top speed there was a good 20 kph quicker, man. Rapid down the straight. Mate, what a fight. Leclerc, so Verstappen overtakes him in turn 1. Leclerc gets him back in turn 4. Ferrari versus Red Bull, let's have it. Still frozen on lap 12. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. So Verstappen's lining him up again. Oh, I can't. The timing's fucked itself, man. Here comes Max. There we go. He's doing it again. Oh, Max has got him again. The side by side again into turn 1. Oh, mate, this is turned into a classic. Mate, this is turned into a classic. Mate, Leclerc's going to go in. Oh my God, the side by side going to turn 4 again. Mate, this is going to end in tears, man. Oh my God, this is turning into a fucking classic, mate. They're fighting for the lead, man. Leclerc and Verstappen are changing places twice a lap for the lead. Are you mad? This is dream stuff. This is dream world stuff, this. Oh my God. Bro, the DRS down the main straight's fucking massive advantage. Oh my God. The thing is, Max is getting DRS into turn 1, and then Leclerc's getting DRS into turn 4, and they're switching back again. So Leclerc still leads. Oh my God. The gap is almost out to a second now, 8 tenths. Go on, Max, do him again. He's just about in the DRS. I wonder if he's just about in the DRS zone. I don't think he'll get him this time, will he? Oh. No, he's not going in for it. Oh, steady, careful. Oh, Max has dive bomb locked up. Oh, he's locked up. That's given the place straight back to... Oh, mate, he has dive bombed him, mate. Locked the front wheel and given the position right back. Oh my God, I am dead. Mate, Max is overdoing it, man. Max is overdoing it. Yo, this is a fucking... Mate, Verstappen v Ferrari this year. Verstappen v Leclerc this year is going to be a fucking driller. Oh my God. He just fully sent it there, Max. That's a bit too aggressive, that though. They're saying on the commentary that he's caused a flat spot. Maybe. That's just... He fully sent it, man. But Leclerc left the door open because he knew, mate, Max is just going to steam in. So he's like, nah, I ain't fighting that. You're a madman. You're an absolute lunatic. He hasn't got DRS. So this is the first time Leclerc's put a little bit of a gap on him. Right, back in a sec. stood there listening to me. Will you just get on with your day, please? What have I missed? What have I missed? Oh, big lock up from Alonso. I can't believe me. They're scrapping for the lead, man. Yeah, just saying Perez is closing up to Sainz now for third. Hamilton and Russell. Yeah, Hamilton and Russell well off. The best they can hope for now is 5th and 6th for Mercedes. Leclerc team radio. 1.5, so Leclerc's putting a little bit of clean air between himself and Verstappen now. You feel like Verstappen's had his chance for now. He might come back again towards the end of the race, but you feel like he's sort of had a few opportunities there, and I wonder if he's just been a little bit too aggressive, taking some wear out of his tyres, and now he's just struggling a little bit. Norris is still out there, P15, only driver yet to stop. Mate, what a mess. McLaren 15th and 19th. So, about just over a third of the way in now. Leclerc now 2 seconds ahead of Verstappen for the lead. They've dropped Sainz, who's another 8.5 seconds down the road. Perez is catching him for third. You've got the two Mercedes 5th and 6th. Hamilton ahead of Russell. Magnussen P7, so Magnussen's held his qualifying position at P7. He went up to P5, back to P7 again. Gasly P8, did he qualify 9th? No, Gasly qualified 10th, up to 8th then for Gasly. Alonso down a place. Qualified 8th, now 9th. And 10th, claiming the last point at the moment, is the other Alpine. Esteban Ocon. Tsunoda 11th. And this is the battle we're watching now. Tsunoda 11th. Bottas 12th. Guan Yu Zhou 13th. Schumacher 14th. Norris, Albon, Stroll, Latifi, Ricciardo, Hülkenberg. All 20 cars still in the race and a third of the way through. No reliability gremlins that we saw in testing for McLaren yet. Or Williams, they struggled with their rear brake temperature. Still, everyone's still going. Who else was? Oh yeah, the Alfa Romeo had a lot of problems with the gearbox in testing as well, because this is the first year they've built their own gearbox, so it's a little bit. It's got teething problems, so Alfa Romeo would do well to finish the race. 12th and 13th at the moment for Alfa Romeo. As we see Bottas closing right up to the back of Yuki Tsunoda for P11. Nothing worse than a P11 though, because the top 10 get points, so P11, oh mate, wounded. Max being warned about his brakes. Has he? You know more than me. Okay, no. I didn't hear that one on the team radio, but yeah. Perez got the fastest lap now, catching Carlos Sainz, only 2.5 seconds behind. But Leclerc's got Verstappen now. Leclerc's managed to gather a 2.5 second lead, so Leclerc's probably pulling out 0.3 a lap on Verstappen at the minute. It's looking good. Looking good for Charlie boy. Perez catching Sainz for the podium. Mercedes 5th and 6th, and nothing they can do about the top 5, man. I mean, Hamilton had a go at the beginning, first half dozen laps. I was thinking Lewis is looking strong, and then they just faded away. So I think this is the closest battle on track at the minute for P11. Tsunoda and Bottas. But Bottas had been hoping for better than this after qualifying 6th. As we see a replay of Alexander Albon versus Lando Norris into turn 1 for 15th place. Not where Lando Norris would have been hoping to be. As we see a replay of quite a big lockup from Lewis Hamilton there. I think that's into turn 7. Either turn 1 or turn 7. But look at the Mercedes guys in their own little world in 5th and 6th. Not really threatened from behind. You've got Kevin Magnussen behind in 7th, not really threatening. But more than 12 seconds behind Perez in 4th, so they're just in their own little world. Think about 3 stops, says Carlos Sainz. So the general way that people have gone is soft for the first 2 stints. I didn't even pick up on that. The back end of the field, well, the back half of the field have gone soft medium, but the top 3 have gone soft. Perez has gone soft medium. Perez is looking good here. Hamilton and Russell have gone onto the hard tyre, which is really against the grain. I suppose Mercedes just thinking, well, we've got to try something different. We can't copy what Ferrari and Red Bull do. We've got to do something different and hope that we hit gold and they have to do 3 or 4 pit stops. And are they going to try and get to the end from there? Mercedes plan to try and pull a 1 stop and go to the end on those hard tyres? I'd be surprised. They've got another 32 laps to go, and he changed his tyres on lap 12, did Lewis. So I'd be surprised. I think Mercedes will still do 2 stops. But if they do 2 stops and everyone else does 3, yeah, Leclerc's got Verstappen covered at this point. 3.5 seconds. Yeah, just saying, all 20 still going, despite some close battles and a lot of reliability problems in testing, all still going. Still looking at the battle for 11th. And those Alpines have been nose to tail for all 25 laps of this race. In 9th and 10th, the 2 bright pink BWT Alpine cars, both clinging onto the points in 9th and 10th, been nose to tail since the beginning, still nose to tail. And here comes Bottas on the outside of Tsunoda into turn 4, but Tsunoda keeps it together, but he's gone a bit wide, and we're not even watching it. We're watching the 2 Alpines, and Bottas still behind Tsunoda, but he's going to get him any minute now. Bottas going to be past Tsunoda. Tsunoda looking a bit leery then. Going into turn 10, very close. Go on, Valtteri then. Oh yeah, if you get DRS into turn 11, mate, you've done him. The 2 Alpines still nothing between them. I'll tell you what, Ocon will be on the phone saying, oh, let me through, man. Ocon will be on the phone saying, you've got to let me through, because Gasly's another 10 seconds up the road. Costing each other time. Ocon's stuck behind Alonso. You know what I mean? They're fighting their own battle. and just falling further and further and further behind Gasly, Magnussen, Russell, and the rest of them. Bottas got to get it done now. As a Alpine in the pit, so Alonso pits, so he's got out of the way now of Esteban Ocon to his relief. So that's Alonso's second stop on lap 26. So Alonso stopped lap 12 and lap 26. Mate. Alonso coming back out now. Bottas still not past Yuki Tsunoda. He's having a look into turn 4, but he just can't get past at the moment. Alonso down to 15th now. Now he's had his second stop, but he should be going to the end on there. He's put hard tyres on and he's got 30 laps. He'd probably be struggling towards the end, but he'd be looking to go to the end from there. We've seen Alonso on fresh tyres now, passing I call him Pierre Albon then, passing Alexander Albon. But he's on fresh rubber now. He should come through the pack now. But still Ferrari, Red Bull. I was looking at the gaps. As we just see a replay of Alonso on fresh rubber, overtaking Albon into turn 11. Nice move. On board with Verstappen now in P2, 4 seconds adrift of Leclerc. Almost dead again. So Verstappen complaining about his tyres now as he drifted away. He's only done 13 laps on those tyres. Hamilton pits from P5. Come on, quick. That wasn't the best pit stop in the entire world. 4 seconds. Yeah, it's going to be behind Gasly's. Hamilton's going to come out in, I think, 8th from that pit stop. So Lewis has made 2 stops. Right, they're looking to go to the end on this. So Mercedes are trying to have Hamilton go to the end on a set of medium tyres from lap 28, so he's got 29 laps to go. Yeah, they're just saying the name of this Mercedes is the W13. 13's not really a bit of an unlucky number, isn't it? Cursed. And we see Latifi against Daniel Ricciardo for 17th. Whoa. Here comes Ricciardo then. Whoa, he wants that inside. Latifi pushes him to the outside, but Ricciardo, mate. McLaren's still 18th and 20th. Yo. Norris is last at the moment. What? Ricciardo sends it down the inside into turn 7. Or is that turn 8, that? Ricciardo moves up into 17th then. Not a dream scenario for McLaren, that. I've seen a replay of Daniel climbing all over the curb there. You can hear the bottom of the car scraping on the curb. Not good, that, especially with this ground effect cars that are so low to the ground. You don't want to be scraping the side. I was watching a replay of Lance Stroll against, I assume, Albon. Yeah, Stroll versus Albon. That got a bit too close for comfort in turn 10. He end fence to rear wheel contact. Things have settled down now, but the gap to Sainz, the gap between Sainz and Perez coming down though. Perez looking good, man. Perez might be on a good strategy here. He might be on for a podium if things go well here. If he can hold on to these tyres. Perez might be in a situation where he's in third, where he'll be in third and he's got to try and hold on from a charging Sainz on fresh tyres in a Ferrari. It might end up like that. But Hamilton stopped again a few laps earlier than the rest of them. We see cuts of Tsunoda in the pits, but Hamilton stopping 2-3 laps earlier than the rest of them, which is not plan A, that. We see Ocon passing Mick Schumacher for P12. But it's all a bit mixed up at the minute because you don't know who's pitted and who's not. Max Verstappen in the pits for the second stop, and he's gone onto the medium, just like Hamilton is. But he'll come out way in front of Lewis. Yeah, if Max pulls out an absolute mighty lap or two now before Leclerc reacts, he could get close again. If Max nails it, man. What was the gap, about 4 seconds? It's going to be tough to make up 4 seconds though. It's going to be tough to make up. If it was a 2-second gap, 3-second gap maybe, but 4. The undercut's not going to be that strong unless Ferrari don't react straight away, and they give Verstappen 3-4 laps. Then Verstappen's got the lead, but they've got to react straight away. If you're Ferrari, you bring Leclerc in now to cover him off. If you're Ferrari, you bring Leclerc in now. You'd be looking to pit now. He's got to, and he is. So Ferrari pit Leclerc from the lead. This is crucial now that the Ferrari mechanics, the pressure's on now. They've got to get this bang on. So Leclerc in. Oh, that was a sweet stop, that. 2.5 seconds stop, man. That was slick, man. Perez up to second now, but he's yet to stop. He's yet to make his second stop. So you can see Verstappen coming down the straights. But Leclerc's going to be ahead. The gap's not going to be massive, though. It's certainly not going to be the 4 seconds it was before. Oh. The gap's 2.5 seconds then between... Oh, no, it isn't. What am I on about? The gap's 1.1. The gap's one second now between Leclerc and Verstappen. Sainz and Perez are 1-2, but they've yet to make the second stop. So really, Leclerc's in the lead once the top two pit. And Verstappen only a second behind. Go on. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Verstappen's throwing a wobbler, mate. Verstappen's throwing a wobbler. Verstappen just... he's an angry boy. Yeah, he believes he's wasted a chance to get into the lead because the team told him to take it easy on his outlap. And he's saying, you know, if I'd have give it full guns on the outlap, I could have got in the lead. But it's give and take because you take that nice... You use the tyres too much early on. They're not going to last as long. You've got to balance it. You can't just go balls to the wall in the first 3 laps of your brand new tyres, mate. When you've got to do another fucking 25 laps, you've got to just... You got to push it a bit because you want the undercut advantage, but you can't be going balls to the wall, man. Hamilton on his new tyres is coming back through the field now, challenging Magnussen for P6. Here he comes. They should get him easily with DRS. Lewis then passed Kevin Magnussen into turn 1 for 6th place. Yeah, Mercedes are staring 5th and 6th in the face here. There's nothing they can do about Ferrari and Red Bull. So there's Perez going long then. So Perez has only made 1 stop, going long on the mediums in the middle of the race. And everyone's piling into the pits now. Oh, he's out, he's in. Perez is in. As Verstappen gets the radio call that he's free to push. Go on. We want a race. We want a race on. There's about 23 laps to go. So Sainz is on the mediums. Seems like the ideal strategy is soft, medium. That seems to be the way the top guys have gone soft, medium. Perez has gone soft, medium, soft. So Perez should be rapid now. Russell's in as well. Russell's on the medium. So Hamilton up to 5th. Magnussen's not made his second stop yet, I don't think. So Magnussen's up to 6th at the moment, but I don't think that's going to last. Just check. So what's the gap between the top two then? No, 2.5-ish. 1 point. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, 1.8. Come on, Max. I feel like he's had his chance, Max. We've got Hulkenberg versus Norris, I think. Yeah, Hulkenberg versus Norris into turn 4. For 17th. As the leaders are catching to lap. So Leclerc and Verstappen are coming up to lap Norris and Hulkenberg. Ooh. Brutal, dude. Brutal. Magnussen in then, so that'll drop him down behind Russell. And who else? Is that Pierre Gasly? Oh, it's close. Close between Magnussen and Gasly. I think this is for 8th. No, I think this is for P7 actually. Gasly and Magnussen side by side into turn 4 for 7th place, and Gasly goes round the outside. Nice move from Pierre Gasly, striking whilst Magnussen was still on cold tyres. Nice move. Careful, don't dive it down the inside at turn 10, you moose. Go on, Kevin, stick with him. Go on, Kevin. Stick with him, lad. You can get him back down into turn 1. Go on. Well, they're 9th and 10th at the minute, but the Alfa Romeos haven't stopped yet, so that's for effectively 7th place. So Gasly up into what will be 7th place at the moment. So they're doing well. Gasly doing very well. Go on, K-Mag. Get him straight back again. Go on, you're on fresh rubber, my lad. Gasly goes defensive, going into turn 1 side by side. Gasly holds on for now. Gasly holds up for now. Oh, this is a good battle, this. This is a good battle. Here comes Magnussen again then. Down into turn 4. And he's got him back. So Magnussen repasses Gasly for what will become 7th place. Yeah, what will become 7th place when the Alfa Romeos pit for a second time. 20 laps to go then. I've seen a replay of K-Mag's move into turn 1. Oh, it was nice. Nice switch back. Oh, Gasly got a little bit sideways coming out of turn 1. And he lined him up good and proper, mate. Lined him up. Like candy from a baby. Mate, Leclerc looking good out front. Leclerc looking good out front, I can't lie. He's stretching the gap to Verstappen in second. Verstappen's chance was early on. Was it around lap 20-ish? Magnussen on fresh tyres passes Zhou Guanyu for 7th. Bottas is in the pits. So Kevin Magnussen is on for a P7 finish in a Haas. Mate, he didn't even know he was racing a week ago. Oh, yo, that's a mega result. Mega result. Zhou Guanyu is doing pretty well, actually. Still all 20 cars in the Grand Prix, which is unusual for a first race. I remember watching an Australian Grand Prix. I think it was 2014 Australian Grand Prix, and there's only 11 finishes out of 20. Was it 14 that? The one where Jenson Button was stone dead last. I think it was 14. There only 11 finished out of 20. Right, we've got all 20 still running here. And the Alpines are still nose to tail. They have spent each and every lap of this Grand Prix, nose to tail. Yo. But with the pink helmet designs, I can't even tell who's ahead of who. Is it Alonso ahead of Ocon still? Alonso ahead of Ocon in 10th and 11th, which will become 9th and 10th. Here comes Esteban Ocon then on his teammate. Is he finally going to pass him into turn 1? And Ocon finally, after 38 laps, stuck behind his teammate Fernando Alonso, finally passes him. Is Alonso going to fancy it back? No. So that's it then. So Ocon finally gets past his teammate, man. It's only taken him an hour. Jeez. Things have settled down now. Now Leclerc's pulled out a gap on Verstappen, mate. That's done it. But Verstappen had his chances, man. Yeah, they had 2 or 3 laps nose to tail, swapping positions. If he could have held Leclerc off in turn 4 on one of those attempts. Oh. But would Ferrari been too strong anyways? Leclerc Ferrari just got more pace outright and they would have passed him eventually anyway. Maybe. Bottas past Lance Stroll. What's that for? 13th? Yeah, Charles Leclerc's got this covered, man. With 17 laps, 17, 18 laps to go now. Stroll in the pits from P14 then. Absolute shocker for Aston Martin and McLaren. They've lost out massively with these new rules. When that Aston Martin got launched, mate, I was thinking that looks sleek. That I was thinking Aston Martin have built a beautiful car. But if you're at the back, mate, it doesn't matter how beautiful your car is if you're fucking 16th and 20th, does it? Jesus. Tsunoda P11 then, going for Alonso in P10, coming up to the back of him. Go on, Yuki. Go on, Yuki, lad. This is for the final points paying position. Yuki's lining him up then down the main straight into turn 1. Go on, Yuki. Down the inside then for Yuki Tsunoda, takes 10th place off Fernando Alonso. Both AlphaTauris in the points now. Nice. AlphaTauri 8th and 10th at the minute. Decent start to the season for them. Magnussen still in P7. So get in. Mercedes in their own world in 5th and 6th. 15 seconds behind Perez. Perez still only 3 seconds behind Sainz for 3rd. I could see something happening there towards the end of the race for 3rd. That DRS is powerful, isn't it, down the main straight? Is it too powerful? Maybe. Can the cars follow closer now with these new regulations? Yeah, I've not seen a massive difference, to be honest. With this dirty air thing, I've not seen a massive difference. As we see Perez lapping Lando Norris. So yeah, everyone up to P14 has been lapped now. Well, everyone 14th and lower has been lapped, is what I mean. Yeah, Perez still closing in on Sainz. 2.6 seconds between Sainz and Perez for the final podium position. That's where you're looking for the action in this last 15 laps of this race. That's where you're looking for. Because Leclerc's checked out the front. Leclerc got 4 seconds on Verstappen now. And them two are 17, 18 seconds ahead of Sainz and Perez. But has Sainz got him covered though? Sainz has just opened the gap up a little bit more there. Sainz might have it covered. When was the last time 2 Ferraris were on the podium? There's a question. Got to be 3 years. Yeah, that gap is stagnating between Sainz and Perez. Go on, Perez. You got 15 laps to catch him, lad, for a podium in the opening round of the season. Go on, Sergio. Have it, lad. Yeah, they're just saying Ferrari look like they've got the better race pace here. It's just slightly. Leclerc's just slightly got the measure in the Ferrari over Verstappen. Verstappen's had a couple of chances, but overall, the Ferrari's just that little bit quicker on the long runs. As we see Norris in the pits. Absolute horrible day for McLaren. That looks like George Russell coming up to lap Norris now. What a shocker they've had. Leclerc radio. Good news for Leclerc. Apparently he's got less tyre degradation than Verstappen, so it's looking good. 5-second lead now he's got with 13, 14 laps to go. Looking good for Ferrari. If they can get 2 cars on the podium in the first race, that's a massive statement that for the championship. Massive statement. Red Bull just can't. Verstappen just can't keep up, man. He's just been. Yo! Verstappen's gone aggressive. Red Bull gone aggressive. Verstappen stopped again for a 3rd time. Is Perez stopping? Oh, they've banged a set of softs on Max Verstappen. Just as I thought this was going to settle down and wilter out into nothing, wilter out into a set result. Mate, Red Bull have slung Verstappen into the pits, banged a brand new set of soft tyres on and said, right, you go for it, lad. So now Verstappen's got 13 laps. So Verstappen's going to absolutely hammer it for 13 laps. So it's going to be all about how quickly that gap comes down now between Verstappen and Leclerc. How much... What? I didn't understand. I didn't understand what Verstappen said then. But this is game on now. Verstappen's going to be on the warpath now to catch Leclerc. We've got Verstappen's on a 12 laps, 13 lap sprint now. He's got to catch him by... What, is Sainz coming in? They can't bring Leclerc in. They can't bring Leclerc in. Leclerc's staying out, but the Ferrari are bringing Sainz in. Yo, this Red Bull. Oh no, Verstappen's got a problem. He's saying he can't steer, which is obviously an exaggeration. He's probably not got as responsive steering as he expects. Yo, Verstappen, what's going wrong? Verstappen, the Red Bull pit crew telling him to come into the box if you need. What? Hamilton pits as well. This is a 3-stop race, bro. They're all going. Yeah, I was just saying this. A race is meandering along. It's just come to life now as they all change to a 3-stop strategy and go for a feisty set of softs for the last 12 laps. Go on. They've turned it into a 12-lap sprint to the finish. Let's have it. Let's have it. Go on, Max. So the gap is 26 seconds with 12 laps to go. So he's got to close him at 2 seconds a lap. That's what he needs to do, or else he's going to run out of laps. So Verstappen in second on brand new fresh tyres. They've got to leave Leclerc out. So Leclerc's on old mediums and Verstappen's 25.5 seconds behind with 12 laps to go. Oh, there's a fire. Pierre Gasly's pulled off the track. His engine's on fire. They've got to put that out. They're gonna be a safety car here now. Yo, safety car. Yo, that's handed it to Verstappen, this. Oh, this has just changed. This has just changed the complexion. Oh, virtual safety car at the minute. Virtual safety car at the minute. We're all right. That just neutralises it. But if they bring out the full safety car, then this has just put this race into Verstappen's hands. Because he's on a full safety car. Full safety car. They've got to pit Leclerc ASAP. As this just handed the race to Max Verstappen. This has really turned the race on its head now, this. Safety car with 11 laps to go, mate. This has turned it on its head now. Russell's in. Cheap pit stop. So they are going to bring Leclerc in. Oh, Jesus, man. Let's see how this pans out now. Gasly with a big failure there. I don't know what's caused that. His car was on fire. Major malfunction. Shame for Gasly as well. I think he was in 8th. He's had a strong weekend up to that point. Qualified 10th. I think he was in 8th. He's had a strong race up to. He's gutted, look. Absolutely gutted. 11 laps from the finish, and your car sets on fire. Not ideal. That's a dramatic image. That. Jesus. So it's full safety car. How is this going to pan out now? Let's have a look. So is Leclerc going to come out still ahead, still in the lead? Retain the lead? He's got away with one there. He's got away. Yeah. Game on now for the last 10 laps. When this safety car comes in and there's going to be you're going to be on a 7 or 8 lap sprint to the finish. How has it panned out? Leclerc, Verstappen, Sainz, Perez, Hamilton. There's no major position changes. It's just going to bunch everyone up now for a 7 or 8 lap sprint finish. Let's have it. Let's have it. Who's feeling brave? Potential podium for Hamilton? Nah. Unless he fully sends it now in the last 7 laps and think, oh bollocks, I'm going for it. And just goes full aggressive, because they're going to start nose to tail. They're going to restart this race with 7 or 8 laps to go, nose to tail. You know, someone could pull off a dive bomb and cause a big upset. Oh, love a sprint finish. Come on, Verstappen, yes, deal it. Yes, tax. This is going to be. We've got a race on our hands now. This little cheeky 8 lap sprint finish is gonna be fucking, mate. This is gonna be. This is gonna be on the limit. This. Has Magnussen got a free pit stop there? Eh? Yeah, everyone's gonna bunch up now. Oh, mate, Max, you know Max is gonna go for a massive lunge. You know his middle name is Lunge, mate. Steering update. Of course you're staying out. Of course you're staying out. Yeah, but if he's got a problem, Verstappen's got reliability concerns about his steering or something or other, but I hope it doesn't affect him that much. You know what I mean? We want to race. I'm not biased either way. I'd love Leclerc to win. I'd love Verstappen to win. I don't care. You know, I'd love Sainz to win. Anybody. I just want a good race. I'm not biased in any way towards anyone anymore. I used to be in the early days. I used to watch 10 years ago, mate. You know, I used to cry fucking when Hamilton got a puncture show or fucking smash the house up. You know what I mean? But these days, nah. These days I'm neutral. You know what I mean? These days I just want a good race. I don't really care who wins. Just watching a replay there. Leclerc nearly crashed into the safety car. Really? Don't do that, mate. Oh, mate, we're getting all bunched together for an 7 or 8 lap sprint. Oh, sign me up every day of the weekend, twice on Sundays for this finale. Sign me up for this finale, man. So who's made up positions there during that safety car? Mick Schumacher up to 10th. Mick Schumacher up to 10th is probably the guy that's made the gains during this little safety car, everyone piling to the pits situation. Mick Schumacher's come out on top there. Because I swear he was about 14th or something. He's in the top 10 now. So get in. Oh yeah, I just said I'm completely unbiased, but I do like Mick Schumacher. I would love to see Mick Schumacher do well in this sport. I would love that. Just out of a nostalgia point of view, you'd love to see Michael Schumacher's son like live up to the name, and like I would love that just out of a nostalgia thing. But apart from that, I'm neutral really. Apart from supporting one driver, I'm completely neutral. Sounds about right. Nah, I don't really care who wins. Don't really care who wins out of Verstappen, Leclerc. Well, I just want a good race, man. I'll cheer on. Whoever's in second going for the lead, mate, they're getting cheered on. You know what I mean? Whoever's going for a position, mate, I'm cheering them on. I don't care if it's fucking Dick Dastardly or fucking anybody else. They're getting, if someone's going for it, they're getting fully cheered on by me. So let's have it. Come on, you're only bringing the safety car in now. It is going to be like a 7-lap sprint. Fully up for this. So we're going to restart this. Leclerc, Verstappen, Sainz, Perez, Hamilton, Russell, Magnussen still in 7th. Bottas now up to 8th. That's worked out well for Bottas actually, because Bottas was down in about 13th. So this safety car period has worked out for Bottas. And Schumacher. Not worked out well for Alonso, who was about 9th. Now 12th. Ooh. Right, so the lap cars are now overtaken to go back around and catch up the back of the pack again. Which is a bit daft. What should happen is the lapped cars should drop to the back and get it underway again, because this is just delaying the whole process by another 3 laps. Yeah, both Haas in the points. Ted Kravitz is saying. Max Team Radio. So the car situation for Max Verstappen, whatever he's complaining about, is heavy steering or something or another. They're telling him that the condition is stable, so they ain't going to fix it, but it ain't going to get worse. Do you know what I mean? But they ain't going to be able to fix whatever issue that is. He's just got to live with it. However his car's handling, he's saying he's got heavy steering or something. Whatever that is, he's just got to deal with it now. So the safety car's in at the end of this lap. Leaves a 6. Is it end of lap 50? So we have got a 7-lap sprint on our hands. So getting dirty. Well up for it. You can just see Max just pulling something full aggressive out of the bag here. I'm all for it, mate. The more drama, the better. You don't want to know my feelings on the Abu Dhabi finale because my opinion is the more dramatic, the more controversial, the more shiesty, the better. So I would absolutely love Max to pull a dive. I'd love Lewis to pull a dive bomb and think, nah, I ain't spending this entire race in 5th just to finish up in 5th. I'd love him to think, nah, bang it down the inside of Sergio Perez into turn 1. Someone's going to go for a lunge. I'd be disappointed if no one went for a lunge, mate. I'd be disappointed if the top 10 ends how it is now. I'd be disappointed if it ends like that. Someone's got to cause a bit of a tussle here. Someone's got to cause a bit of a drama, a bit of a fucking. Here we go. Safety car ending. 7-lap sprint, he led. 7-lap sprint for me, my lad. 7-lap sprint. Yes. Go on, Max. Go for it, lad. But I'm not a Verstappen fan. If Leclerc was behind Verstappen, I'd be saying, go on, Leclerc. Do you know what I mean? I just want a good race. Man. Here we go. 7-lap sprint. Oh, that was nice exit. Oh, Max is going to be nowhere near into turn 1. But look at Sainz on the back of Verstappen. Oh, mate, Carlos Sainz is right on the back of Verstappen. Verstappen defending hard on the inside. They're going to go side by side for P2. Is Verstappen going to hold on? He's going to hold on. Sainz is going to go for the switchback. Perez into 4th. Hamilton stays in 5th. No one's gone for the lunge. Are you mad? But it is Leclerc had that covered, mate. Leclerc's got this in the bag. And Sainz still trying to attack Verstappen, but he doesn't, man. He doesn't. He stays as it is. Magnussen stays in P7. Tsunoda's up to 10th, so the only change in position there was Tsunoda overtaking Mick Schumacher. Nah, man, I want a mad lunge for the lead. Oh, Max might be under... Max might be struggling with his steering, they're saying, so he might be sitting duck for Sainz here. Sainz all over the back, yeah. Yeah, this could be a Ferrari 1-2 here. Sainz is looking at the back of Verstappen thinking, I can have him here. I can have him here. As we see the Alpine of Alonso. Alonso passes Mick Schumacher, then Alonso up into 11th. Schumacher down to 12th with Zhou Guanyu all over the back of him. Zhou Guanyu going down the... Oh, no, backs out of it. Fastest lap from Sergio. No, fastest lap for Perez. They've got it wrong there. You led. So Leclerc, Verstappen, Sainz, Perez, Hamilton, Russell, Magnussen, Bottas, Alonso. And there goes Zhou Guanyu and Mick Schumacher side by side into turn 1 for P12. All the rest of them are on the other side of the track from P13 down are all on the other side of the track because they were lapped. So it's virtually a top 13 now. Go on, Lewis. Lewis is keeping up with Perez. Go on, Lewis. Leclerc's got this covered. But the battle for P2 rages on. 5 laps to go. Go on, Carlos. Go on, Carlos. You could have a Ferrari 1-2 here. Mind you, though, you got to be careful going up against Verstappen. You try and pull a move on Verstappen, mate. You better be fully committed if you're going to have a move on Verstappen, mate, because he ain't going to give an inch. He ain't going to give a centimetre. He's not going to give a millimetre. You want to pass Verstappen, mate. You got to get your elbows out. You got to shove him out of the way. And I'm all for it, mate. I'm all for it. 5 laps to go then. Charles Leclerc has got this covered, mate. He's 2 seconds out in the lead. Verstappen P2, Sainz 3rd, Perez 4th. Lewis is keeping up with Perez. Go on, Lewis. If Lewis passes Perez, mate, he's heroic. Considering the pace differences in the cars. Go on, Lewis. I would have thought in that top 10, someone would have gone for a maniac lunge, and they didn't. Now, fair play for being sensible in that, but come on, you want a bit of drama, you want a bit of fucking, you know what I mean? You want a bit of tussling into turn 1 with 5 laps to go. You want a bit of drama. Yes, shame for Schumacher, as he's dropped from 10th to 13th in rapid style there. But it's still got... The other horse is still... Magnussen's still holding on, mate. In P7. What a weekend for Magnussen. If he can hold on to this for another 4 laps. Go on, Lewis. Mate, Lewis is up for this. He's still on the back of Perez. Go on, the knee lad. Yeah, Verstappen's drifting away from Leclerc now. Leclerc's 2.7 ahead, but Sainz is not really making... He's stuck with him. But Sainz is not... He's not right. He's not close enough to make a move yet, Carlos Sainz. For 1-2. But yeah, but I would think the move might be coming though. Sainz has got to be looking at P2 here thinking, come on. I'd love him to go for it, mate. I'd love him to go for P2 here, but it could be tears, mate. It could be absolute chaos, mate. Oh my God, Max is absolutely flapping here. Max is absolutely... Verstappen's losing his cool, mate. Verstappen's flapping in the wind here. He's flummoxed. Here comes Carlos Sainz. Oh, he's not going to do into turn 11. Oh, he's done him into turn 11. Brutal. Mate, Sainz has just done Verstappen into turn 11, bro. It's a Ferrari 1-2 in the opening round of the season. 3 laps to go. Oh my God, Verstappen's absolutely fuming. Oh, Verstappen's got an issue. Verstappen's dropping like a stone. They're all past him. Perez is past him. Hamilton's past him. Russell's past him. Verstappen with 3 laps to go has got an issue. He's DNF. He did not finish. Verstappen's out of the race. 3 laps to go. Oh my God, that is brutal, mate. Hamilton's all on the back of Perez as well. Hamilton fancies a podium. What is going on? It's a Ferrari 1-2. Look, Perez third. Hamilton's on the fucking brink of a podium. What? Oh my God, massive drama. Massive drama for Verstappen. 3 laps to go and he's DNF'd it, man. 3 laps to go. Are you mad? Look at Lewis Hamilton, mate. He's on the back of Perez for a podium. Oh my God. Verstappen is going to be inconsolable. Verstappen's going to be inconsolable, mate. Oh my God. He's going to be fuming. Mate, if Lewis gets in the DRS of Perez, mate, he might go for it. And Sainz did. Oh my God. Sainz passed. This is Verstappen, the reigning champion, is 19th place. He's out, mate. He's out of the race. No way. Perez radios in saying he's losing power. Oh my God, both Red Bulls. This is such a dramatic finish. What? This is a crazy finish, man. It was all meandering to the end with 15 laps to go. Like, yeah, it's all meandering. This has just set on fire, this last... Verstappen's out. Perez struggling. Hamilton could be on the podium. Oh my God. Mate, it's a Ferrari 1-2, mate. Oh my God, Ferrari 1-2, Verstappen out. Eh? Oh, go on, Lewis. Mate, this Red Bull, mate, has floundered. This Red Bull were looking on top of the world, looking unbeatable, mate. They've floundered. Verstappen's out. Perez struggling in third. Magnussen's up to 6th now with all this. With Verstappen retiring from the race. With Verstappen out, mate. Magnussen's up to 6th. Jesus Christ. We're almost on the final lap now. Go on, Lewis. If Lewis makes a lunge on the final lap. Go on, Lewis. This is the final run to turn 1 now. Go on, Lewis. Go on. Oh, he's not. He's too far back. I think Lewis is too far back. Line him up for turn 4. Just nicely. Oh, Perez has spun on the final lap. Perez has spun. So Hamilton 3rd, Russell 4th, Magnussen 5th. Oh my God, it's a double Red Bull DNF. Oh my God, the drama. Perez is out on the final lap. I am gonna die. This is incredible, man. Where's it? A brake failure? Is it? Oh my God, the engine died on the exit of turn 1 on the final lap. Hamilton's on the podium. It's a Ferrari 1-2. What? Bro, I am dead. What the fuck, man? Yo. You did, mate. Fair enough, Chris. You called a Hamilton podium. I mean, you didn't expect this to happen, though, did you? Jesus. Magnussen top 5. Both Red Bull have had an absolute disaster. Both Red Bulls out in the final 3 laps. But there goes Charles Leclerc. Crosses the line. Leclerc wins the Bahrain Grand Prix. Carlos Sainz is second. It's a 1-2 for Ferrari, 3-4 for Mercedes. Hamilton's got a podium out of that. How has Hamilton got a podium out of that? Red Bull absolutely collapsed in the last 3 laps. Both out. Russell 4th. Kevin Magnussen 5th place for Haas. Bottas 6th. Ocon 7th. Tsunoda 8th, Alonso 9th, and Zhou Guan Yu in his Grand Prix debut gets P10 in the final points playing position. Mick Schumacher just misses out. What a final, mate! What a final 6-7 laps that was. That was incredible. I tell you what, with 16-17 laps to go, mate, I was thinking, what am I going to talk about here for 16 laps? Fucking all settled. And then Gasly's car set on fire, brought out the safety car, and then everything went tits up then. Yo, Ferrari have just bagged a 1-2. I think that's the first time Ferrari got a 1-2 since Bahrain 2010. I think they might have got a 1-2 in 2019. They might have got a 1-2 at Monza, or the Ferrari might have got a 1-2 in 2019. But I remember Ferrari getting a 1-2 here, Bahrain 2010, mate. And that's about the last time I remember Ferrari picking a 1-2 out of the bag. That's a phenomenal start for them. Oh my God, both Red Bulls DNFing in the last 3 laps. They'll be fuming. They will be absolutely fuming. Yes, Paul, you've missed it, lad, but I'd be surprised if you're asked. But what a race we had then. What the last 7 or 8 laps of that race, mate, were fucking dramatic. Full drama. Oh my God. Mate, Red Bull just collapsed in the end there. Right, that's about it. Not going to stand here and watch the podium and fucking talk about national anthems and shit. Right. Listen, that's the first proper race watch along I've done. If you enjoyed it, please do drop a like, because I am just starting out and I've probably got about 2 likes. I don't even know, I've not even looked. But I am just starting out in this game, so I would appreciate any sort of appreciation, fucking hell. But seriously, that was a sick race. That was a sick season opener, that. Ferrari 1-2, Red Bull in the mud. Hamilton pulls a podium out of the bag. Join me next week. Join me next week for Saudi Arabian Grand Prix next week. Join me then. But apart from that, mate, yeah, I thought they got a 1-2 in 2019, to be fair. But yeah, that's it, guys, for now. First race in the bag. First watch along in the bag. And what a race it was. Peace out for now, guys. Join me next week. That's a fucking... We're in for a mint season. We're in for a fucking mint season. We're in for a mint season. Cannot wait. Let's have it. See you later, everyone.